Am I the a-hole for not inviting my fiancé's ex to our wedding?
Throwaway account.
I, F. 26, have been with Henry, M. 36 almost 37, for 5 years. We are engaged and currently planning our wedding. A little background. Henry is the youngest child, and his mother really wanted a girl. Because of this, Henry grew up feeling despised by his mom, who openly says hurtful things like how he was a disappointment from the start or how she never got the daughter she wanted. Despite this, instead of going no contact with her, Henry has been trying very hard to win her love. Henry had a long-term ex, F32, who is very close with his mother. She became the daughter his mother always wanted. However, this ex cheated on him with a coworker and left him. After 2 years, Henry and I met. Eventually, the ex wanted to get back together with him, but he said no and blocked her. Despite this, she and his mother remain best friends. His mother still invites her to family functions, and my fiancé and I just ignore her. His mother doesn't like me and believes I'm the reason she can't have her preferred daughter-in-law. My fiancé has explained many times that he would rather stay single forever than get back with his ex. So, even if I didn't exist, he wouldn't be with her. Yesterday, my mother-in-law asked how many guests she could invite to our wedding. I told her that since my parents could invite 8 to 10 people, she could do the same. She thanked me, but an hour later, she smiled and said, "Well, we have one yes already," referring to my fiancé's ex. I told her that was very inappropriate since we aren't even friends with her. She responded by saying that it's her guest list and none of my business. Then she said I'm insecure because the ex is the whole package, and that I'm just a rebound girl. Henry told his mom to stop and asked her to leave. Once she left, he asked if I could be the bigger person and let her have this, as he really wants his mom to be at the wedding. He suggested that if inviting his ex would keep his mom quiet, we should just ignore her. Am I the asshole for not wanting her there? P.S. We are mostly paying for the wedding ourselves, with some help from my dad. Mother-in-law hasn't contributed. I mean, you could go a couple of ways with this. 1. Disinvite Mill and her entire guest list. 2. Ask fiancé to get a spine because no way are you having his cheating ex at your wedding. 3. Let ex come to the wedding but thank her during your speech for cheating on your now husband because without her being a cheating whore you would have never met your husband. I would choose 3 but I'm a petty asshole. Comments by Op. She calls her the daughter I always wanted. They do spa days together, hang out all the time. She worships the ground she walks. On the other hand, my fiancé and I are either criticized constantly or just ignored. His brother's wife usually talks to me during the family gatherings. Last time his brother's wife complimented my baking and asked me for the recipe for the dessert I made. I told her that it's my mom's recipe and I'll take a picture and send it to her next time I'm at her place. Thank you so much for the comments and DMs. I had a calm talk with Henry and explained how I feel disrespected by his mom's words and actions. While I can't control who she associates with, it is very disrespectful that she invites your ex to all the gatherings, and that the two of them constantly pick on me. Henry acknowledged this, but said that's just how his mom is. I told him that it's best we cancel the wedding at this point because I want our wedding day to be a happy, memorable occasion, not one filled with drama and stress. I added that his mom is going to ruin this day, and that he's just going to accept it as usual, which I can't tolerate. I told him I won't marry him until he sets some boundaries with his mother. This situation is ridiculous. Henry went on about how he can't cut his mom out of his life because she sacrificed so much raising him and his brother as a single mom. But he admitted he doesn't know how to handle her either. I told him I can't make that decision for him, but I'm going no contact with his mom. I suggested that maybe therapy could help him realize how abusive and toxic his relationship with his family is and help him decide what to do with his life. I also said I won't attend any more gatherings. He went quiet for a while. Then, he called his mom on speakerphone to tell her that the wedding was cancelled. She went on, saying he finally did the right thing by dumping that whiny bitch, calling me insecure and controlling, and saying it was a miserable relationship. Henry kept interrupting her, saying, "Mom, stop." But she didn't care. In the end he told her, "Mom, we are not breaking up. She's here and heard everything. She cancelled it, not me, because you kept disrespecting her." His mom screamed, "That manipulative little bitch set me up," and started ranting again. Henry then told her that he needs some time to think, and it's best if she gives him some space, then hung up. We've barely talked since. He's spending today helping his brother with some renovations, and I'm home alone. Hopefully, my next update will be less depressing. Mother-in-law laughed/yelled, "So your mommy made it and you took credit? Surprise, surprise, little girl." I told her no. My mom has the original recipe, I don't want to say by heart and forget something. My mom is on a trip now, how could she make this? Mil and X laughed and made jokes about it all night. Henry told me to let it go, that's just who she is when she drinks. She does have on and off boyfriends. Every time she breaks up with a guy, mother-in-law comments how she is too good for that guy. She can do better. Yes, mother-in-law and her call me little girl, which really bothers me. She is tall and athletic. I'm short and petite, 5 feet 3 inches, 115 pounds, and my whole life people made fun of me for being little. Henry thinks it's a joke because I'm younger and his ex is insecure. I told him I don't care what the reason is, I hate being called little girl. Added later, she has blonde hair and blue eyes just like mother-in-law. I have dark hair and eyes. She constantly also compliments how gorgeous she is. Or how if Henry and her got married, their kids would be gorgeous, as both parents would have blue eyes. No, he is not a DR or a lawyer. His mom calls him a disappointment because his older brother met all her expectations. I roll. Firstborn being a boy, straight a student, good at sports, and he is a lawyer. She calls my fiancé disappointment from the start. She was hoping for a girl. My fiancé was colicky, which apparently made him a terrible monster baby. He was an average student and he became an accountant, which in her eyes is a disappointment. Yes. When I met him, he had been working for many years and I was a university student. I'm planning to continue my studies and get my master's. I'm working currently. He has been very supportive. I just texted him that we need to have a talk when you get home. I'm going to cancel the wedding at this point. I'll post an update after my talk with him tonight. Update. Thank you so much for the comments and DMs. I had a calm talk with Henry and explained how I feel disrespected by his mom's words and actions. While I can't control who she associates with, it is very disrespectful that she invites your ex to all the gatherings, and that the two of them constantly pick on me. Henry acknowledged this, but said that's just how his mom is. I told him that it's best we cancel the wedding at this point because I want our wedding day to be a happy, memorable occasion, not one filled with drama and stress. I added that his mom is going to ruin this day, and that he's just going to accept it as usual, which I can't tolerate. I told him I won't marry him until he sets some boundaries with his mother. This situation is ridiculous. Henry went on about how he can't cut his mom out of his life because she sacrificed so much raising him and his brother as a single mom. But he admitted he doesn't know how to handle her either. I told him I can't make that decision for him, but I'm going no contact with his mom. I suggested that maybe therapy could help him realize how abusive and toxic his relationship with his family is and help him decide what to do with his life. I also said I won't attend any more gatherings. He went quiet for a while. Then, he called his mom on speakerphone to tell her that the wedding was cancelled. She went on, saying he finally did the right thing by dumping that whiny bitch, calling me insecure and controlling, and saying it was a miserable relationship. Henry kept interrupting her, saying, "Mom, stop." But she didn't care. In the end, he told her, "Mom, we are not breaking up. She's here and heard everything. She cancelled it, not me, because you kept disrespecting her." His mom screamed, "That manipulative little bitch set me up," and started ranting again. Henry then told her that he needs some time to think, and it's best if she gives him some space, then hung up. We've barely talked since. He's spending today helping his brother with some renovations, and I'm home alone. Hopefully, my next update will be less depressing. Comments by Op. I don't want to make him to go no contact with her. If I make the decision for him, he will resent me. Hopefully, he comes up with a solution or we have to go separate ways. Sigh. You are talking about a man who never raises his voice or swears lol. When he gets really upset, he just stays quiet. I'm the firecracker in our relationship and joke that his mom broke him because he was not allowed to show frustrations or anger, or any emotions. He usually stays quiet then eventually starts talking. I'm waiting to see what he has to say eventually. She has called me worse when she was drunk. She calls me little girl, midget, rebound girl. You have the body of a 12-year-old boy, while calls his ex the whole package. Gorgeous, the one that got away for Henry. He always tells me let it go. She is like this when she drinks. Please just ignore her. I'm applying to grad schools. My number one choice is a university across the country. If I get accepted, he has a choice to come with me or stay with his mommy forever. I'm not planning to wait forever because of his Principal Skinner and Agnes Skinner's weird relationship. I'll never guilt trip him. He doesn't owe me anything. I will never force him to choose between me and his mom. He is a grown man and can decide for his own future. I won't try to be friends with his ex just to win him over. He has a choice to end it with me if I'm asking too much. Women's nature to nag? WTF is this? No, I didn't nag. He needs space to think, so I'm giving him space. We barely talked since then. No, I won't be inviting his mom over anymore. He is just programmed to take it. Years and years of being abused by his mom. He really thinks ruined his mom's life and he just has to respect her no matter what. He is very close to my family. My dad and him go golfing together. During hockey seasons, we live in Canada. They hang out a lot and go to the games together. I feel bad for him because I know his mom broke him, but I also can't take it anymore. She really despises me. Second update. It's 6 a.m. and I've been crying all night. Sorry for any typos. He broke up with me. He ignored all my texts yesterday, and it was late when I finally texted his brother to ask if he was okay. His brother said, "Yeah, he left 2 hours ago to give his ex a ride and then come home." I asked, his ex was there? But he didn't reply. When he finally came home, he told me to sit down because we needed to talk. He said, "I've thought about our situation, and I think we should end it. He said today, I hung out with my family, and even his mom and ex came over. They all told me that by me going no contact with his mom, it was going to be so awkward and that they'd be stuck in the middle. He said, when you weren't there today, I enjoyed my time with my family. There was no tension, and I didn't have to worry about you being upset. I asked him, why did it take you 2 hours to drop off your ex? Did you sleep with her? He told me I was being ridiculous and that he was just talking to her. He accused me of being controlling and insecure and said I'm isolating him from his friends and family. I asked him again, so nothing happened? He danced around it, but eventually admitted, we fooled around, but that's it. I told him I couldn't believe what a pathetic, weak man he is, letting his mom convince him to ruin everything, and next he's getting a blowjob from his cheating ex. We ended up arguing, and he went to sleep.
Ich krieg all night.
Today, I'm going to call my dad and ask if I can stay with him.
Comments by Op. No, I didn't cheat.
Did you guys make out? Well, yeah, did she blow you?
Yeah, Kinder.
Well, yeah.
And?
Yeah, I fingered her a little. I was about to throw up when he was telling me these and still insisting he is the good guy who didn't cheat.
I hate him so much.
He had the audacity to make me the problem, and calling me controlling, insecure while he was out there fooling around with his mom's mini-me. I'm going to move soon anyways for my grad school. I never want to listen to his bullshits ever again. She opened my eyes about how much happier I am without you. She opened her mouth, sucked your dick, and you loved it. That's what she did, you stupid lying cheating pig. Yes, his last word last night was I want you out of my house soon. I'm glad he left so it will easier for him and avoid my dad. I don't even care where he left. I'll send him e-transfer for August rent and expenses which was due yesterday and will block him forever.